Okay then guys, we're back inside of the first Descendant and there is a lot happening. We've got some notices coming from the first Descendant Twitter page with regards to a lot of stuff, and then we've also had a Q&A with the development team to go over quite a lot of things, including loads of different changes. We're talking balancing Descendants, we are talking weapon movements, we are talking a trading system, and a lot more. So we're going to talk about all of this today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. On top of that, check out our sponsor, Instant Gaming, the platform where you can buy your video games cheaper with PC, consoles, and they have the best deals, offers, promotions, and discounts, all running up to 70% off. It's practically a no-brainer, so head down to the description, click the link, and get your games a little bit cheaper today. Nonetheless, let's take a look at what it is that we've got going on inside of the first Descendant as of right now. We had the first notice that went up just a few hours ago, stating we would like to inform you that the issue causing delays in Twitch drops rewards has been partially resolved. As far as the current status, if you have participated in the Twitch drops event after logging into the game, real-time Twitch drops rewards delivery within approximately 1 minute. The issue is being resolved now. And now, if you participated in the Twitch drops event without ever logging onto the game, up to 2 hours may require to receive Twitch drops rewards, and the fix is currently in progress for that. Now, please start the game before participating in the Twitch drops event until the issue is fully resolved. We will notify you again through the notice once the fix is completed. And for me personally, I played the game, then I linked my Nexon account and it restarted me, so I have to deactivate that and unlink it, and now I'm continuing. As of right now, that still seems to be a problem, so if you've not linked all of your accounts up yet, then you may be in for a bit of a problem. Although they have got a big shout out to run through, and this one is the achievement of all achievements inside of the game. Big shout out to the team for being the world's first to clear the Molten Fortress, the hardest of all void bosses. Incredible accomplishment. And their state right here at the bottom, look forward to the even tougher and more epic boss. Get ready for the challenge. Now, it seems like each season is going to be the motive for new bosses as well as new content, and we know full well that right now we're not in a season. We move into a season very soon, which will hopefully mean new content, new bosses, new things to go up against, and new things to collect. We're going to have to see exactly how that pans out, but as far as some of the questions go that you may have, we have the answers here today with a awesome Q&A that was pushed through Game Rant, or at least where I found it was through Game Rant. They have a load of questions right here where they asked, what do you see the progression being like for those who play each and every day? The answers from the development team themselves were, with the first Descendant, individual character progression is not that deep, but when we get into the official launch, we'll have about 19 different characters. There are a lot of weapons as well. We do have 22 different types of weapons, ultimate weapons too, and technically the first Descendant is about farming and collecting. With what you have collected, you're crafting your own power fantasy. Now, this answers a lot of questions overall. Why have we pulled this thing out from the woodworks? Well, it's because people are complaining about the grind on it. The game is about farming and collecting. It's about the rarity scales. It's about the difficulty of getting hold of things. It's about having that massive power fantasy that you want and how it is that you can obtain it. Now, it goes on to state quite a bit right here, and it states, when it comes to balancing the 19 Descendants, can you talk about that, or also give an example of a Descendant you felt was too strong? And it states right here that from the development team, that's a very good question, because before the launch, there's a main topic we continuously talk about and try to edit and advise each other on. There might be a slight imbalance between the characters because of what players feel towards each character, and their power fantasies are different. We're hoping all players get enjoyment from bringing the power fantasy out of each individual character. We're putting a lot of time and effort into what you were saying with one character outclassing everybody. We're trying not to make that happen, but we're putting a lot of time and effort into it for our updates and the overall launch of it, which has not obviously happened. I think I can speak for everybody. When every lobby you jump into has at least 24 bunnies in there, it seems to be quite obvious as to what that is doing. Unfortunately though, people like Enzo and stuff like that are not being used so much. Why that is the case, well, you tell me. There's definitely no imbalance in characters here. But we go on to state quite a lot. It states right here that you've mentioned before that there will be like a trading system. Are there any sort of considerations so it doesn't get abused? And they stated a very, very blunt message right here. But the development team stated, we're working on the trading system and how to give things away as well. We're planning on implementing it once the service stabilizes to the point where we can add it. So we have definitely got a trading system coming in play. That is going to be a big move for the game, and it's going to change things up a lot. What that trading system is going to entail, whether that's skins, whether it's materials, whether it's weapons, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know how that's going to work and operate. It will lead for a very confusing operation, to say the least, but yeah, that's definitely something that's going to be put in place. Now, before we dive into the rest of it though, we have got a giveaway going here on the channel, which is going to give you guys a load of caliber. If you guys want to get your hands on it, it's extremely simple. All you have to do is head down to the comment section and put a lightning bolt for money down in the comment section. Once you've put that lightning bolt in, we'll announce the winner via the Discord. Link in the description to that one. Go ahead, head over there. We're looking at giving away some ultimate skins very soon, strictly in the Discord. So make sure that you get on over there and do not miss out on this opportunity. Lightning bolt in the comment section. Let's continue on. Now, we have another question here that was asked by the article writer stating, I followed a lot of looter shooters. There are a lot of successes, but some have not been so successful. Did the development team pay attention to those successes and those failures? And I think we kind of know the answer to this one, but the answer from the development team was, as a development team that's making a looter shooter game for the first time, we do look at Destiny for reference, Warframe, and so on. What caught our attention was that Warframe very actively serves and communicates with its players. That's something we feel that we're good at, especially with the MMORPG aspect, but as a gaming company, we're especially certain we're experts in the field of communicating with players. We're putting a lot of time and effort into implementing our experience and our techniques to better service and better communicate with our players, which we know full well seems to be the case. They've got a lot of issues going on, but obviously they've been completely transparent with that one. And we've got a final question coming here before we give the obvious statement to it, but it states, everybody asks about Destiny, one of your inspirations, and there's been talk of how Destiny always had a 10-year plan. Do you have some sort of timeline for where you want to be within the game at a certain point? And he states here, I can't talk about everything about that right now, but in my brain there's a whole roadmap. For part of the plan, I've already spoken to the development team. In order to meet the goal, they're doing little by little to approach what I have planned. We are trying to constantly update the content, whether it is, for example, on a yearly basis, or we're trying to give the players something like a new twist to the game. These changes could help it go on longer, go on for a while. We're going to have a storyline for each Descendant per season, whether it be how they gained their experience, their trauma, their background history, and that for me is absolutely huge. I absolutely love the concept of that. Each player having its own background story, how it became where it's at, where it is that they attained these powers, the abilities, and the trauma behind it, and what built them up to be the characters that they are today. Absolutely incredible. One thing we don't want to see any more of, though, is this right here. Paul Tassi posted this one up, and I know they've taken inspiration from Destiny 2, but this one's a little bit crazy. As the first Descendant is using barely changed Destiny 2 icons, and this one was an article by Forbes, and they pretty much nailed this one down to the ground. Bar maybe one or two, which is a little bit of a stretch. This one overall, yeah, you can't even deny it. They definitely pulled straight from the files, but with something that you kind of knew was going to happen. Destiny's like the forefront of that genre, and you always look for these same capabilities. I wish they wouldn't do things like this, and I hope that there's not much more in it, but this is definitely something we saw coming 100%. But it seems that not a lot of you guys are bothered with having nearly 250,000 concurrent players just on Steam alone. So we're looking at probably close to 750,000 of you guys playing across all platforms, which is absolutely incredible. The game fully deserves it, and it's absolutely amazing. The grind is real. The looter shooters are back. Destiny may be coming to an end of its 10-year time gate, but the first Descendant's here to stay. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on. Join the giveaway and make sure you're in the Discord. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the clouds.